you spent some time with Ivan Lendl as a junior. Can you just talk about how he is as a person first and foremost, and then kind of what he's able to, I guess, share with you as a young player in terms of advice as a player, maybe how to carry yourself. I heard about some of the punishments he gave you guys, the physical punishments when you guys were not behaving or not doing
Yeah,
things well.
mostly to me.
Yeah,
Mostly to me.
that
No,
edge. Yeah,
I've been super fortunate to be on the court with just some, I guess, just legends of the game, really. And Yvonne was awesome. I mean, pure pure work ethic, really. A lot of tactical stuff. I remember we worked on a lot of tactical stuff, just trying to understand the game better. Um, a lot of running and just a lot of volume, just a lot of work. And he was very old school Eastern European, which is just grind, really run hard, compete hard, think out there and just be a beast. That was kind of his message in a nutshell, really.
can you speak to Lender's personality a little bit? Because obviously through the TV he looks like this crazy serious guy, but I was also around him when he was training with Murray here a couple of off seasons ago, and he was serious, but he liked to poke fun. He had a similar sort of, I
He's
guess.
got the craziest sense of humor I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
I mean, insane sense of humor. He's rough. He's pretty rough around the edges, right? Like
Yeah.
he's serious and he can be pretty intimidating, but he's got a crazy sense of humor.
Like
Like
in, yeah.
just yeah, just crazy. I'll leave it at that.
Gotcha. All good. Understood.
I don't want to. I don't want to say anything throwing Ivan under the bus. I love
No, for
Ivan.
sure.
Not that he said anything bad. It's just that he's got a.
He would never say anything bad. He would,
He'll speak his mind in a
yeah.
sarcastic way with no problem.
That's what I felt being around him too. That's what I
Yep.
felt. And I thought it was great.
Yep.
I love that. That's what I'm into. But yeah.
No, he
Um,
was awesome. We were super fortunate that USTA invested in him and invested in us when we were 15 years old, 16 years old. We got to work with Yvonne. I think we had something like 8 weeks with him throughout the year. Also with the strength coach of Sasha and Andy, Jez Green. So we were tremendously lucky to, I mean, have those two guys in our ears for a good chunk of the year.
you became pretty familiar with the Versa Climber. Was that not one of the
Dude, we were on that Versa like all the time. I kind of grew to love it in that
yeah.
stage.
I've never done it.
I
Oh,
love it.
dude,
I've done
I
it
like it
once.
actually. I like it.
that thing. I mean, to me, that will burn you up like nothing else, man. It will.
And without the pounding on the body. So it's like it's kind
Worse
of
than assault bike.
it's a similar to assault bike, but it's maybe harder. You're like pulling yourself up and like this. It's different, but it's tough, bro.
Depends what you do. You can do just some brutal shit on the assault bike too.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they're both really hard versus a little bit different, but it is brutal. It'll
Toughest
just
thing you had to do on there? Anything sticks
uh
out?
toughest thing, yeah, something called Candyland. So it
Okay.
was 1,000 feet on the Versa climber, 10 cows on the bike, 900 feet on the Versa, 20 cows on the bike. So
Oh, it
kind
just
of
goes like this.
crisscrossing ladders. Yeah. So
Oh, yeah, yeah.
you finish with 100 feet on the Versa and
1,000
100 cows
or
on
100
the
cows.
on the
Yes,
assault
yes.
bike. So you're kind of like reverse
How
laddering.
long
I
does
think
it take 100 cows on an assault bike?
it depends how fast you're going, but you're finishing with it. So I think it'll probably take like 7.5, 8, because by that point you're just toast.
Toast, finish.
I think the whole
Terrible
workout
idea.
took like 45 minutes or something.
Also on your Instagram, there's a photo of you with Federer. What was that experience like, and kind of what did you guys do?
That was awesome. I guess I got invited to hit with them for, what was it, 3 or 4 days
Where?
in the Hamptons before he played in Cincy, I believe. And it was actually really cool to see how he prepared, for that swing. Because I think a lot of times people think of Roger and they think of, oh, he probably doesn't really practice that much and he's just so talented. And, but we were putting a good 3+ hour sessions in on the court every day. Hard physical. It was actually me and Will Blumberg doing 2-on-1s with Roger. So it was, he was hitting a ton of balls, a lot of movement. We played some points there towards the end. But he was just super friendly. Actually pretty curious about how we traveled and like how we got to tournaments. I remember I was going to Kalamazoo and he was like asking me like, how am I getting to Kalamazoo? I was like, I'm flying private. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, dude, I'm taking the Greyhound from Grand Rapids. Like, what do you think I'm doing?
Do you remember any specific drills he was doing?
I don't remember anything that sticks out as like anything out of the ordinary. I know it was a lot of like 2-in-1, 2-in-2, 3-in-1, just a ton of movement.
Yeah.
And a lot of transition stuff. I remember doing like a lot of approach pass, a lot of stuff like in the midcourt, like him doing like pickup volleys and then like coming in and knocking one off, stuff like that. It was pretty, yeah, it was an awesome experience, for sure.
I saw one last legend on your feed there, Andre Agassi. What did you get to learn from that wizard?
Dude, I couldn't put into words what how smart I think that guy is. I think he's just otherworldly genius. The way that he sees tennis, the way that he sees life in general is pretty interesting. Just his whole outlook on things. But being on the court with him, I remember, what were we doing? I can't remember the exact drill, but it was it was like the first or the second day, and we'd been hitting for probably like half hour, and he brings out a bunch of lead tape, and he starts like messing with the specs on my racket. I was playing with the head radical at the time, and long story short, I ended up, obviously using whatever he put on the racket. I wasn't going to strip lead tape off in front of him, but just hearing him like kind of think through, some of the stuff he was asking me to do and why we were trying certain things. I mean, just super interesting. Just a bundle of knowledge, that guy.
He talked about like his struggles with, let's say, like love, hate with tennis. Did you get the vibe that he hates tennis, or like what
Not
is
at all?
Like he loves it. It's similar to like
He
Kyrgios and these guys who are like so gifted and they have this pressure. They feel like they love it still. To me,
100% Andre.
Bublik, same thing.
Yeah. I think deep down those guys love it. And I think Andre now will openly say that he's all love for the game. I think when he was younger, I think he had that back and forth. But I think now, like, if you pick up the phone and you call him and say, hey, I'm coming to Vegas, can you help? He will help you. I really believe that based off of I've had a couple different week blocks training with him. So I firmly believe that.
We'll pull up to Vegas for a podcast episode for sure. No problem.
Yeah, we'll call him for some help. We need some help.
Hey, Vegas Challenger is probably still going on this year, isn't it?
Hey.
I think I'm playing it.
Andre,
I think I will be playing.
Andre, we need you.
Thanks for watching this clip. If you want to watch the full episode, the link is in the description down below.